they told us. They say we have too much influence. If you remember when MAVADO and I had that little feud a few years ago, we even went to King's house, which is like the home of the Prime Minister. And they were telling us that...
Bang!
For more civilized age.
Oh, the colleague represent for Fame Edjahz. We and some boy are not on the same Edjahz. Representing for them gappy. Yeah, my girl, you have the product. Slow and unlocking easy, you want a robot.
Boo-doo-doo. Gun pan my belly, wait for day, I couldn't cool. Good you dead, you shoulda run, you shouldn't go. Stand.
Up move, it's never done move. You don't know if you're just there on a brand new show, a fresh new show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of my viewers them. And all who not subscribe it, nothing at all no change. The door is always open, so no know if you go do. On this show we have some good news for people them. Fantastic news at that for the Gaza nation, to be more specific. Now we have the world boss, the teacher himself, VYBZ KARTEL, conduct him first live interview after a decade of being incarcerated. Yes people, I've said it. Don't feel like a joke thing, we actually hear the teacher voice. The interviewer asked some question and the teacher himself answered. And obviously this wasn't a physical presence interview. Remember the teacher is still incarcerated and him still maintain him innocence. So that would have well hard to get a face-to-face interview with him. But in a real life, we satisfy and I give thanks for the phone interview for now. Remember say over a decade now we not see them thing there. Anyways, we now waste no time on that one here. We are run through the interview there quick and fast. But here we are going and I need to check out this bad freestyle. It's from recording artist Shadow Blacks. Raw talent me are telling about people, no joke about that. Check out what I go on for yourself and tell me the thoughts and opinion in the comment area. Tell me if I'm bad or I need to go back to the drawing board.
Tell people my pain dog, but I just stop. No for them no want you reach dog, them want to leave you outside at the bus stop. Me I get the fight from my mother, water just pop. No for them no rate me and I tell me say I must drop. Granny never accept me, auntie she the love chat. Daddy ma just frack, mama say my born for great. Why you think me love that? Uncle say no make them stray, I means no give them comfort. And why your heart get so cold like ice? I must because you want to wear this ice. I saw the road, you have to crush that. And why them gyal look me in my eyes and tell me lies and tell me say them love me, then them walk away that must at. And why me give them people yeah, my things and them I make a choice and tell them no, it's like me never really must stop. And yes, I have a lot of questions. If you have the time for listen to the next set of questions next up. And why people fuck around in front of people face and them no see, but when they react dog, you are the enemy. And why the haters hate and them no stay behind the gate. Why them always want to come around with dirty energy. And why you have your girl, me never want to fuck it. No, me and my girl, they want to fuck it up about jealousy. And enough of them no want to hear the truth because the truth will set you free and freedom is a must let go me energy.
So we finally get the teacher himself on an interview where we not see for how long now, for over 10 years to be exact. The artist are maintaining him innocent, so we couldn't get it no better than this. But as I said before, Gaza nation be grateful at least when I get to hear the teacher voice. Pan an interviewer answer question from an interviewer.
International dancehall superstar VYBZ KARTEL has been behind bars for nearly a decade for a murder he claims he did not commit, locked away deep inside a Jamaican prison. I've been trying to interview him for several years, but it seemed impossible. Then one night I got a surprising call. Edjahz, better known as VYBZ KARTEL, was on the line, wanting to set the record straight.
On the ear where the interviewer just said people are here shall try get this. I know just now because the case reaching at the Privy Council and a long time she pre the whole situation and want to hear it from the teacher side. But sadly she never get through and care the heap amount of time she try. Now out of nowhere she sit on her yard, get a phone call only for no say the teacher they on the line. So the interviewer she run down how long end up a reach her doorstep.
Now the only question is whether his last legal appeal to the highest court in the UK will determine he was convicted based on falsified phone evidence. A lot is on the line. He could be a free man by 2022 or an inmate for 30 or more years. It's enough to send anyone into depression, but not VYBZ KARTEL.
But nah lie still people, what an introduction by the interviewer. She present the news good but spooky at the last part. What make me say the last part spooky? And when she say him can be a free man and goodly face couple more years pan way him off if them find him guilty same way.
I hope you're hearing me.
Yes. As you look around the cell that you're in right now, can you describe for us what that looks like?
It's dark, it's hot, it has like 3 or 4 bunk beds. It's got a toilet in the corner, and it's got a huge grill. lots of metal. It's like a dungeon, but it's instead of being in the cellar, it's in the attic. I'm actually in the roof.
So the first question where the interviewer asks VYBZ KARTEL after so many years is to look around himself and describe how it look. And on the hear how the teacher himself on site. It dark, it hot, it got couple bunks in the well, also a toilet in the corner as well, and it have a big grill. The teacher describe it as a dungeon. In a real life, it a swear thing says a uptown man I get interviewed to how the teacher deal with it. The man sound intelligent, and to him I answer the question them, him sound like he must say, how the fuck me I do in our place here? That place here definitely not for VYBZ KARTEL.
You say you're in a better place mentally than physically. A lot of people would find that hard to believe.
Yeah, because I was sick for a few years, so definitely I'm recovering physically, but mentally I've always been in a good place because I know I'm innocent and I know I'm coming out.
When you hear that, when you hear the teacher confident in him freedom, the man no sound like somebody where I worry. And remember, say it's not a normal case this, you know, people. Plus the entertainer they run the bars for over 10 years now. So it really surprising how the man just calm and relax on this interview. Basically where the teacher show was say him never have no mental problem. The only problem him did have was a physical one because him did sick. Now him take time recover from that and in a good shape and wait for him freedom.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, of course, I believe that. And to be totally honest, the system really wanted me thrown away. It was never about me being charged for a murder. It was about getting rid of VYBZ KARTEL, not Edjahz Palmer, the person.
So right there, so basically VYBZ KARTEL a show we say, Anna Edjahz Palmer them lock up VYBZ KARTEL, the artist. Reason being society did have the artist as a menace. So this is not a case about him murdering anybody. This is more like a case of the system I try to get rid of him and him music and him influence. People, the teacher burn a fire hard and him now hold back.
Why do you say the system is out to get you?
Because they told us, they say we have too much influence. If you remember when MAVADO and I had that little feud a few years ago, we even went to King's house, which is like the home of the Prime Minister. And they were telling us that, oh, we're leading the kids astray, and if we don't stop what we're doing, we're not going to get any permission to do shows and stuff like that. So it has always been about the influence that VYBZ KARTEL has.
People on the hear how intelligently VYBZ KARTEL conduct the interview. And not surprising, but talk through it, no miss seeing that. Anyways, the artist are show the interviewer say a long time the system half him. From him and MAVADO a feud back then. Him even bring up the time when them did call up him and MAVADO for call piece. That did take place up at King's house. VYBZ KARTEL said them did want him and MAVADO up there. If them not stop the influence and stop play the pitney them astray, them are gonna get in a serious problem with the system. So right the same show say from morning the system a prim, all because of the strong influence them have on the country.
How do you keep your spirits up in prison?
That's a good question. That's why I said I'm more mentally in a better place because I read a lot, I write a lot. You know, I watch movies, I listen to music, and I've met people here that are cool, like cool people that we can talk about stuff. You know, good friends along the way. So that's how I spent my time.
So on the hear how the teacher maintain him cool in there or him spend him time. Him do a lot of reading, him do a lot of writing, him watch movie, him listen music, plus he make new friends along the way. And he make sure specifies that these new friends are good people. Remember say have innocent people around there like VYBZ KARTEL himself who get convicted wrongfully. So the entertainer show will say them keep him spirit up along with the reading and writing when Bina do. I nah lie, I full joy the little interview we get so far. I find it very interesting.
You've had a lot of songs come out since you've been incarcerated. About how many songs have you written during this last decade that you've been behind bars?
Lots of songs I can't even count. At one point I was sending out like 3-4 books a month because when I write the songs I usually send the books out when I get visits. Thousands of songs, really. And I know all of them are not going to be able to get released maybe in the span of my career, but you know, I just keep writing and writing. It makes me better.
When you hear that young talent, that is a message for the lazy one them out there. The man there behind the bars and he coming like him there road, him nah stop right. By the time the teacher for free is a library him have round there. And me nah exaggerate, uno know him work ethics.
Are you concerned that the conditions there are going to impact your health?
I'm basically just thinking about going home now because everything is drawing to a close, so I'm not really worried about my health as much. I'm doing much better, you know, so It's all good.
When you hear that the teacher now worry nothing about him health. The entertainer say Freedom Street there nearby. Right now him yard him want reach. Him not the time for think about sickness. Plus him feel much better than before. Maybe because the whole situation there to a close. So that kind of boosts up him immune system and kick out anything where I try force themselves in for cause destruction.
It's expected to go before the Privy Council, second only to Queen Elizabeth in authority.
Yes. God save the Queen, because she's the only one that can save me now.
And one thing with VYBZ KARTEL, him always full of humor. The man say God save the Queen cause she are the only one who can save him now. Bad interview, mad interview, although it's short, I'm full giant. Big up yourself, teacher, we not stop chant Freedom Street around here. My people, leaving at the comment here on the thoughts and opinion on the whole interview. For you know, big up world boss himself, VYBZ KARTEL. Him conduct the interview brilliantly. That was it for the show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of the viewers that must stay until the end of the show. I really appreciate it. Bless up on yourself and go and live good.
Boss me gun in a pussy face. Big belly Taurus, I light up the place.